this week. And it already looks dubious. Excellent. Marvellous. Oh no, we have gone live. We have gone live. Let me just check that we have got sound. Right. Let's see. Let me see. Yes. Do we have sound? Yes, we have sound as well. Good grief. Oh, okay. Well, let's just hope that that this works well today, as opposed to last week where it threw me off just as I was coming to the end. Morning, Jan. It's overcast here in South Oxfordshire, as Jan would know, because she's just the other side of the hill from me. So she's north-ish from me, but not that far. I was in Wheatley, where she lives. Oh, at the weekend, seeing some friends. Who have we got? Bridget, Lorna, Nora. Hello, Nora. Claire. Jenny is watching. Hello, Jenny. We normally clash with our Facebook lives. Morning, Lorna. So, morning, Claire. And Jane. Gosh, lots of people jumping on. I'm going to start with my usual housekeeping. Morning, Michelle. Morning, B. So yes, going to start with my usual housekeeping. This is a Facebook Live recorded on Tuesday, the 27th of April. If you are watching live, there will be a live button in the top right-hand corner. If you are watching after the live, you will not see a live in the top right-hand corner. This will also be shared on YouTube, and there will be no live anywhere because it's on. This is Facebook, and you will be watching on YouTube, so it's not live. Right, who have we got? Who's added? Overcast with Lorna, but yesterday was lovely. Who went to Chester Zoo? Oh, how lovely. Morning, Margaret. Morning, Melanie. Morning, Renee. Morning, Wendy. So yes, I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator based in the UK. If you want any Stampin' Up products, I would be thrilled if you would like to shop through my online store, or drop me an email if that suits you better. Thank you for sharing, Lorna. Morning, Sam. Morning, Deborah Ann. Gosh, lots of people jumping on. So today I am going to be making up the kits that I sent out with my thank you packs in, well, for March purchases that only went out yesterday because my product gift was delayed in customs. Joy. Morning B, beautiful chilly morning in Essex. Okay. So yes, they went out a little late, for which sincere apologies. Hopefully they will arrive in the next day or two. Morning, Carol from Calgary. Now, someone told me that it was snowing last week in Canada. Do you have snow in Calgary? My geography of Canada is appalling. So I have no idea whether you would normally get snow at all, let alone in April. Anyway, so yes, so I'm going to be making up the card kits. This is going to be a regular thing. So when you shop with me and use the host code, you will, or if your order's over £150, you will automatically get the card kit sent to you as part of your thank you. And then if you place a qualifying order for the shopping special, you'll get that as well. Morning, Rachel. So yeah, this month's or March's, morning, Wendy. March's cards were using up some of the celebration papers and also using some of the retiring ink colours. There was method in my madness. So last week was snowy. Okay, today it will be 18 degrees, springtime in Alberta. It's going to be warmer with you than it is with us then. We're forecast a high of 14 and for it to be sunny a bit, but not much. So yeah. Oh, and Jane has joined. So I'm going to flip you down and show you the cards because I know not all of you will have seen them. And then we can get started properly. So let me flip the camera. Let me find my high-tech cover for the camera so you don't get too dizzy. Washi tape. And then, of course, I'm going to have to do my usual adjustment to make sure that everything is reasonably central. Right, so let's see. Oh, that's weird. No, we don't want that. Oh, no, that's better. One of my lights was in a stupid place and the other light wasn't on. Right, that looks not too bad. Excellent. Sunshine here has gone back to grey again. Yeah, well, it's the UK in spring, so, you know, we're going to get everything. Right, I'm using, so the kits come without sentiments included, because obviously I can't stamp in sentiments and send them out, but I'm using the Happy Thoughts stamp set. I thought it was worth using before it disappears. Morning, Priscilla. Morning, Michelle. Now, things to remember. Morning, Linda. So things to remember, if you enjoy this and you're on YouTube, please give it a thumbs up and think about subscribing. If you would like to share whether you're on Facebook or YouTube, that would be lovely. Thank you very much. Right, okay, so Happy Thoughts. So the first card that we're going to make, I'm going to make my life easy and do this one first. So this uses the Flower and Fields paper, the Small Bloom Punch, which is retiring and is currently, because I looked it up this morning, it's reduced from £12 to just £7.20. I know, it's amazing. Hi, Anne. So yes, if you want the Small Bloom Punch, which is really useful for just adding a little bit of something, then now is the moment to get it for only £7.20. Later in the week, I will be going through what is still currently available that is discounted as opposed to what is currently available. Not everything that's retiring is going to is discounted, but I will be going through what is so that you don't miss out, because as soon as the 3rd of May has gone, so will all of the retired products, and you don't want to miss things. Right, so I've got a different pattern. Not all of the patterns that I've sent out will be the same. They'll all have the same bits, but they just may be different patterns. So I'm going to pop that there so I can see it. I've got a thick Whisper White card base. The ones in the kits are short and fat rather than long and thin. Then we have 2 sprigs in Just Jade. And 3 flowers that are in Bumblebee. Then I've got 2 pieces of Designer Series paper, and they are cut. I may possibly have got these sorted out or not. I thought I had the measurements. The measurements will be on my blog later this week when I get round to actually posting about this video. This morning I actually managed to remember to schedule the post that was meant to go live yesterday. That is for the Saturday simple stamping thing. Right, so the first thing I'm going to do is grab my Bumblebee ink, because this is an option, you don't have to do it, but on my original card you may be able to see, slightly out of focus, that I've inked the edge of the flowers. It's an option, you don't, as I say, you don't have to do it. So I've got a sponge dauber, these are carrying over, and I'm just going to whiz round the edges of my flowers, just to add a very small amount of ink. Now, those of you who have got these kits in your thank you pack, I will be emailing you the link to the post of how to make up your kit. So I'll be doing that obviously once I've written the post. Gosh, you've all suddenly gone terribly quiet, which is fine. You're presumably just watching. So that's that one, and then last one. I'm not going to ink up the sprigs. They are very, very fine, and I don't think they will be, I don't think they'd stand up for bashing with a sponge dauber, even gently. Right, so that is my sponge daubered. And I'm going to bring in, ooh, oh, now that's interesting. No, I'm going to bring in, I brought over Rococo Rose ink because that's the, not Rococo Rose, Cherry Cobbler ink, because that's the red in this, or one of the reds in this paper. But of course I'm using different paper. Now I've got, this is one of the punches, and again, can't remember which one. And I don't have my current catalogue over here, so can't remember. Anyway, I'm going to stamp happy birthday on it. And I will, obviously, when I post the links and everything, I will include information about the exact products that I used in respect of which ones are available, because obviously there's no point in me telling you that it's the field and the flowers and field paper, because you can't get it anymore because it was free. Right, so that's my stamping done. Very quick card. So I'm going to use the dots as the background and then pop the other side on the foreground. So let me grab my seal, and as ever, anyone know what I'm going to say? Hello, Michelle. So yes, I'm going to concentrate on the corners. So next week is when the catalogue goes live. But we've still got lots and lots of excitement with the reduced products. Please don't miss out on the reduced products. Oh, I want to fold that first so that I know if I've managed to score it in exactly in half or not, which I have. Now, I have just had a new team member join my team, and even though we've got the Join Plus corners, Lorna, absolutely. Even though we've got the Join Plus offer that starts in May, morning, Veronica. She wanted to join while she could still make the most of the retiring discounts. So, and she ordered in her starter kit some things from the demonstrator pre-order list and some from the retiring list. So she made a conscious decision to not get the Join Plus, because for her, she was going to save more money by filling her starter kit with, you see, you've got that little black edge, by filling her starter kit with retiring items. So I can't remember if I put these on. No, I didn't. So yes, it can be that it's better value to use the retiring items in your starter kit than wait until the Join Plus. So do have a think about that. If you think you're going to be able to put discontinued items in your starter kit come the 4th of May, you won't be able to. Now, I haven't done that particularly brilliantly central, but I know you'll forgive me because this is a live. And it still looks nice. I was about to throw my backing bits into my cup of tea, which wouldn't have been terribly clever. So just pop that down there. Then I am going to add, actually, no, I am, but I'm not. So I'm just going to grab my piercing mat because I want to add a bit of dimension. So I've got my take your pick with the larger of the two ball ends, and I'm going to just, actually, no, I'm not going to use that because that's too pointy. I'm going to use this. So just give that a real bit of welly to give it a bit of shape. So it's the end, it's the sticky end of my Take Your Pick, but with that. I didn't think that paper, but it's really beautiful. It is beautiful, Rachel. I think it's, yeah, I mean, I know what you mean. It wasn't my favourite, but I kind of like it now. My absolute favourite was the strawberry paper, which I will be using for my celebration with the, one of whom is on, with the team members who recruited during celebration. So they will be getting, oh, I didn't want that yet. They will be getting a pack of that paper and the stamp set. That was my absolute favourite of the papers, but of course you had to, it was a level 2 item. Morning, Audrey. Good morning, Lottie from the Netherlands. So I'm just going to add my sprigs, which aren't going to stand out brilliantly against the paper that I've chosen this time, but they're fine. They will add a bit of something. Like that. And what I may do is add a little bit of dimension behind there, but I just remembered I needed to put those down before I put my flowers on, because my flowers go on top of the sprigs. So I'm going to have one just there. Now it has flattened a bit, but you can obviously give it a bit more dimension. Once you've given it dimension, it will go back if you encourage it to do so. And come on. And pop that one there. I love this little punch. You love the strawberry too, Jan. I know, it was lovely. And of course it goes with the strawberry set that's carrying over to the new annual catalogue. So it was a really good one. And that goes on top. Oh, come on. Sometimes the dot doesn't like to be taken away. One of your favourites too, Lorna. I know they were the strawberries, the fruit I can't pronounce, were gorgeous. So these are some of the clear and frosted epoxy dots. These are the small size. I used the large frosted on my sample, which I will show you in a moment again. But these are the small clear. So that's those. And then I am going to just lift up the sprigs a little bit, and for that I'm just going to use some of these edge pieces. So cut little bits, pull them up, put them on my piercing tool, ideally into the foam. There we go. And then, come on, off you come. No, don't stick to my fingernail, thank you. So this is my last Facebook Live, because I have had it with Facebook. There are quite a few of us that are transitioning exclusively to YouTube because Facebook is just being so temperamental. Now, it may be that Facebook is being temporarily temperamental, but yeah, had it. I think that may be a bit long, that one, but we'll give it a go. Come on. So just by lifting these up a little bit, that one I might pop all the way in there, gives it that dimension, which means it's more visible. So if you ever have something that has sort of become part of the background, giving it a little bit of dimension will make it more prominent. And again, I'm going to stick this under there. And my last one, I will pop under there. So can you see that that is now, possibly not, but you can now hopefully see that there is that little bit more dimension just by adding some tiny weeny bits of dimensional. No, Rachel, I don't believe you do. Bear with me, I need to just take a quick drink. I think, I mean, yes, but no. So let me just bring in this so that you can look at it while I'm answering Rachel's question. I think, but Google it and you'll be able to check. I think that you only need 1,000 subscribers if you're going to go live on your phone. If you're going live with a webcam, which is what I use here, then I don't believe you need to have 1,000 subscribers. So I would just check that. As I say, I think I'm right in saying that. So those are my two cards, which, you know, you change the colors and you have two different cards. I think you can see the inking on the edges. Thank you, Wendy. Glad you like them. So that's that one. That is the easier of the two. I mean, this one's not difficult. It's just a bit more fiddly. So this is my second one. If you just Google YouTube, go live on YouTube, it should come up with the answer for you, Rachel. It is one of those misconceptions. Absolutely, Wendy. You just change the paper and yeah. Thank you, Rachel. Glad you like them. So this is the field. No, it's not. This is the other one. This is not Thousand Field. Oh, come on. It's the Paper Blooms paper. Hello, B. I didn't see you sneak in there. Morning, Una. Missed the start, but you'll catch up on replay. Absolutely. So I have got the bloom paper, and it's cut diagonally, usual half sheet. My brain has just gone. Hello, Brenda. So half sheet, this is Rococo Rose. You can tell I'm using up my ink colours, can't you? So Rococo Rose card base, a Seaside Spray matte. Hi, Pam. Simple but great cards. Absolutely. I mean, sometimes you don't need to throw everything at a card. I've got some of the Seaside Spray metallic ribbon. So I've got a longish piece and a shortish piece because I'm doing this little tie thing here. I've got the story label punch in Rococo Rose and in white. I'm going to cut that one in half. So Rococo Rose ink again. See if I can get this one more central this time. So this is Thinking of You, and straight would be good too. I think that might be about straight. Who knows? It is! Good heavens. Wow. Such a thing never happens. Right, so the first thing I'm going to do is chop my Rococo Rose label in half. Then I'm going to add a little bit of glue to each of my halves. It'd be lovely if my glue would actually want to run. Thank you. And then I can add my white label. Did I say whisper white? I'm trying to not use the word whisper or basic because I'm, you know, it's white. I'm going to call it white until I know that everyone has transitioned across. And then the other one, whoops, sneak that in a bit. And then you can turn it over and make sure it's straight. Always a plan. Right, so that is our Good Morning, Mary. That's our sentiment piece, which isn't terribly visible on my hand, but that's better. So we've got the Rococo Rose sentiment and then surrounding the punched piece. Now this, again, I will have all the measurements on my website. So I've pre-scored, for those of you who got this in your thank you pack, I have pre-scored, and all you're going to do is concertina along the fold lines. So you've got basically in and out. And what you want to try and do is keep that cat fur everywhere. Keep that edge straight. You don't want a wobbly edge. And you can find sometimes that when you're folding, you end up with a wobbly edge. So do be careful. So literally just concertina. Let's not be too clever by half. Let's and what you're ending up with is you can see the pattern from the other side. Just check that that is basically straight, which it is. And concertina again. Doesn't it just, Wendy? So what, for those of you who are on YouTube, who can't see the comments, what Wendy has just said is that with Stampin' Up products, the DSP, ink, card, stamps, etc., everything matches or complements. Absolutely. It's crafting made easy, as opposed to making it too easy that it becomes simplistic, I think is what I'm trying to say. So I'm going to make sure that that is square on all sides, and then give it a really good burnish. Now, the mat, I've cut this a little bit too long. So what I'm going to do is trim off at the top the amount that I don't need. So this is where you can adjust, is basically what I'm saying. You can trim off the edges if you're too wide, and you can trim off the top if it's too long. And the reason I'm saying that is because when you fold, you are going to have everyone who starts with the same size piece of paper could end up with a very, very slightly different sized piece once it's folded, because the fold line won't be in exactly the same place each time. So what I'm going to do is just make sure that my width is right, which it is. And then I want this to be the same distance from the edge as this is. So at that point, I want that to be even. And I'm going to turn it over, mark the back. But remember, I need 1/8 of an inch margin. So I need to cut 1/8 of an inch this way to have that line up properly. So I'm going to use my trimmer. So that's where the mark is, and that's on about 1/8 of an inch, but I'm going to take 2/8 and trim. So this is the piece I'm throwing away. And then, with luck and a fair breeze, this should fit perfectly, which it does. Hurrah and la la, as a friend of mine would have said. Right, so what I'm going to do is add some adhesive, and as ever, yes, I'm going to concentrate on the corners, but I'm also particularly going to concentrate on that corner because that's going to catch. But I am also going to add extra adhesive along the way. So I'm going to add a little bit on each of the concertina pieces so that they kind of stay in place. And then I'm going to add some across the whole, not across the whole, but then I'm going to pretend it's all one piece and add more adhesive. You'll see what I mean when I do it. So we've got our piece all concertinaed and glued. And as I say, I've done the inside rather than the outside because I want that 3D effect on the outside. And then I can add more adhesive let's just add some there as well, just for good measure. Then this, in its really lovely sticky state, we want to pop onto our mat, which, assuming we've kept everything the same size, should just fit. And it does. Love it when it actually works. Right. Okay, so this is going to go across the top here. Now, if you don't like this poking up so much, you can add adhesive underneath. What I'm probably tempted to do is just add a glue dot under each of these, but leave this loose. And the only reason is so that the ribbon has a chance of actually laying flatter. So where the ribbon's going, which is a little bit down from the top, I'm going to add a glue dot. Now, I gather, and I haven't had any yet, that the glue dots now may be on this side rather than on this side. I've even heard someone unroll the whole lot and re-roll it because they prefer it the other side. I don't know if that is new manufacturing or a mistake. So just saying, don't know. Right, okay, so I want to add my long piece of ribbon. So I'm going to add some Seal Plus to the back of my card because Seal Plus is really good at sticking ribbon down. So I'm going to pop my card on the grid paper, add my ribbon, which is 1/4 inch wide, so I can line it up with one of the squares on the grid paper. Then line it back up and come back in with the other end. And I am going to make sure it's reasonably taut because we have got all those layers of paper that we need to keep in control. So there we are. That's that. Before I stick this to my grid paper, I'm going to stick it to my card base. Now, obviously, in the kits I've sent out, she says hopefully, I have put card liners. I think, do you know, I honestly now can't remember. I sent them out yesterday, no, Sunday. They went into the post Sunday evening, so Monday morning. And I think I remembered to put card liners in. Oops. Trouble is I packed them up weeks ago, ready to just pop in the product gift, but as the product gift took, I kid you not, 3 weeks to get from Stamford Le Hope, it was a problem with the shipping. It wasn't a stamping up issue. It was a problem with UPS. There were quite a few people who were affected by it, but they're back to normal now, so that's good. So I've just tied my shorter piece round and tied it in a 1/2 knot. Trim the ends. So yes, sincere apologies if I forgot to add liners and envelopes. I think I added them, but I can't remember. Anywho, then this is going to go here because we want to make sure that we can still see our lovely thing. So, dimensionals. This is a very well die-cut pack of dimensionals, in that they actually come the whole way through. Ooh. That's it. Okay. And pop that onto the card front. Like that. So there are our 2 using that, and R2 using this. Nora, I think you will be getting the card kit so that you'll be able to make them. So yes, so my regular customer gifts. So I've been introducing ordering specials where you know what you're going to get if you place a qualifying order. So for March, it was a Wink of Stella. For April customers, I've said it's going to be a stamp set from the current mini catalogue. I've not said which one it will be, just in case the one I've got my eye on sells out. The drapery fold, and it's so simple, Priscilla, the drapery fold. So what they're going to be, so I'm going to be doing, everyone who uses my host code or places an order of £150 or more will get the card kits, including liners and envelopes. I will make sure that happens and that I write down that it's happened. And then if you use the host code and it's a qualifying order, you will also get the product. But everyone will get the card kits if they use the host code and if they spend £150 or more. Kit delivered this morning. Yay! Excellent. So that was your card kit for the class. No, for this kit, your thank you pack. Wow, that was quick. Have we had our Wink of Stella yet? Pam, that's what I'm talking about. So it was posted, I popped them in the post box on Sunday evening. So they would have caught first post yesterday morning, but they were held at Stamford La Hope for 3 weeks. So they are in the post to you. So yes, you should get them either today. Well, you should get them this week. So yes, indeed. And the catalogues have gone out. So anyone who's getting a thank you pack and a catalogue, you will get both, the two things. So yes, you will get a thank you pack and a catalogue. And those of you who are my extra special customers will also get a survival kit for your catalogue. So you get a pen with one of the In Colour Designer Series papers in it. You get what do you get? Oh, a coffee sachet. So a pen, a coffee sachet. I can't remember what else I put in. Oh, a bookmark, and there was something else, and I can't remember what I put in. But anyway, so yes, so you'll be able to start having a look at all those. Oh, I know what the other thing was. Bookmarks. There are some lovely little bookmarks. Where are they? Let me grab my bookmarks. So you get, so that's the bookmark, and then you get tabs for your catalogue, which come in lots of languages, but you'll get tabs for your catalogues. I think I possibly bought all of the ones that were available because they're now on back order, and you can only get them if you're a demonstrator. All cards are beautiful as usual. Are we okay to send the catalogues out now? Yes, you can send them out now, Rachel. You don't have to wait until the 4th. What you can't do is show the inside of the catalogue on social media until the 4th. So I can show you that. I don't even think I can show you the back cover. What they say is you can show the front cover and any project or product from it. But what I can't do is open it up and show you the inside pages until the 4th. And in the catalogue, you'll see stuff about product shares, In Colour Club, launch party, which is free, all sorts. So yes, it is very bizarre. Don't understand it either. So you can send it to someone and they can obviously see what's in it, but you can't open it on social media until the 4th. I know. Dem's the rules. So Pam, if you're going to place a large order, you may want to look at the Join Plus offer, just saying. Join Plus offer, because you get more in your starter kit. You can spend £99 and get £154 of product, and you don't have to sell or demonstrate or anything like that. So just saying, you may want to have a look at it. If you're interested, drop me an email and we can go through all of that. So thank you very much indeed for joining me today for my final Facebook Live before we transition fully to YouTube. And have a fantastic day. Keep safe, keep well. And I will be live on YouTube. My next live is Thursday afternoon at 3 p.m. UK time, and then Saturday morning at 10 a.m. UK time for Simple Stamping Saturday. And I will be dropping in, it's either going to be a live or a recorded, I can't quite decided yet, which probably will be on Facebook, going through all the items in the retiring catalogue that are now discounted as opposed to just going. So just so you've got, and that are in stock, just so as you know. Okay, thank you very much indeed for joining me, and I will see you, I hope, over on YouTube very soon.